Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm going to work on the decorative outside piece, which is going to be the entire width of the toilet paper roll, and then cover the front and only be adhered on the front and the back, and the interior is going to be loose. So I'm not putting any adhesive on the spine because the structure that will allow it to be flexible and for elements to be added with minimal bulging. So as you can see, there's lots of room to put dimensional objects in. So in order for it to accommodate the entire mini with all the half-inch pieces, I need a 2.5, and I think I want 1/2 inch for each. So 3.5 inch piece of paper, which is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this brown cardstock and cut that at 3.5 inches. And then just score 1/2 inch on one side and 1/2 inch on the other. That will accommodate for the front and back. And I'm only going to snip off a tiny little bit. I'm actually going to score on the wrong side. So this is the decorative texture side. I'm going to put that side down and score, maybe not quite, yeah, 1/2 inch. A little passes, then flip it over, do another 1/2 inch. So since that's going to be the front and back cover, I'm just going to take a tiny little bit off with a pair of decorative scissors and then adhere it with red line tape in the front and the back. But before I do that, I'm going to take the scissors and just grab them, see which ones I want to use. I'm going to remove my light for a second because that's where my scissors are. Okay, which ones do I want to use? I have a plain scallop. I have this one. I think I kind of like the scallop. I think I'm going to do the scallop. And then once I trim it, I will use my Distress ink, which is the gathered twig that I'm using for the entire album, and my dauber to take down the white core. It's not cutting as sharply as I would like. I think it's because it's really strong paper. I'll just go in with a pair of little trimmers and fix that up, reline it up. Get that loose stuff off and do the same thing for the back. Had I known that the scissors would be this wonky, I would definitely have used a punch. So let me just grab a pair of detail scissors and fix that up a little bit. I don't mind if it looks a little ripped and torn. I guess it's really distressed. Just make sure I don't have any of the center pieces in there. Okay. So I'm going to take my gathered twigs and knock down that white edge, white core on all sides. I'm also going to add some of this Distress ink on the binding edges here, because that way if the paper cracks more through use, it will just be covered with the ink, so the white core won't show. So now the only thing I have left to do for this part is add tape, red line tape. I think ½ an inch is a little too wide. Let me grab a 1/4 inch. I'm going to add it to the inside, front and back only. I don't need to adhere anything else. And if you want another little element, you could run this through an embosser. Actually, maybe we should emboss this. Although the paper's already textured, so it might be kind of gilding the lily. So here's the front and back. You know, line this up in the front. Take off the adhesive protection, and then line it up against the crease. And then do the same thing on the back. Good night, Sarah. Thank you for stopping by. So it looks like it's really bulky on here, but once you start adding things to the center, it gives you plenty of room to even add nice dimensional flowers in between. So the only other thing that I think I'm going to do is I found these large brown eyelets, and that's what I think I'm going to set, and these are the gromlets. So they have to be set with the Big Bite. So, oh, it's pouring. I'm gonna have to stop the recording here. It's pouring. I have to go close the windows. Thank you so much for those of you who stopped by. I know this is gonna be a quick one. I'll try and catch up later. If I can't, I will do it tomorrow. Thanks again for watching.